Baba Nam Keval Namo Baba. Namaskar. Bienvenidos, bienvenidas. Estamos con este video y con esta entrevista abriendo una nueva serie de videos en la cual vamos a entrevistar a aspirantes espirituales con experiencia en el Tantra Yoga. Hoy tenemos la bendición de contar con Dada Gananathananda. Namaskar, Daji. Thanks for being here.
Okay.
Dada, can you tell us a little bit about you?
Okay. I was born in Taiwan, in a Buddhist environment, but actually I was mostly going to the churches when I was little, and slowly, when I grew up, I become a little bit like a atheist, doesn't believe in any religions, and in the higher education, especially in the college, I suddenly changed my mind. I started looking for something which is I don't even know what was that. I was visiting many temples and churches until I met one fatal accident, almost fatal. But I survived. But after that, my mind just suddenly changed a lot. And at the same time, somebody gave me a book about yoga. So I started reading it, and it was fascinating. And after some time in the campus, I saw a notice, a lecture about cosmos. I thought it was astrophysics. I was studying engineering, so I went there. And to my surprise, there was only three people, including me actually, 3 people in the big audience, and one yogi was sitting in front on the table, meditating. Then the yogi started opening his eyes with a big smile. He was not disturbed at all. And he just starting the lecture about actually how to do the meditation. In the middle of the talk, he said we should try to, we can do meditation, we can practice kirtan, which is a mantra, to repeat a mantra with melodies. So he picked up a guitar, he played. But before that, I was kind of reacted. I just asked him, according to the Buddhist traditions, when you do meditation, you should be very calm. And we never sing any kirtan, do any music, maybe a little bit chanting, but never use a guitar and music instrument. So he didn't argue with me. He just invited me, let's just experiment. You feel how you feel. You notice. So he asked to close eyes, and he started playing kirtan. After some time, he said, "Okay, you close the eyes. With eyes closed, you repeat the same mantra which we were singing. Maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes." Then he asked me to open the eyes, and he asked how I felt. I said, yeah, I did feel something different. I didn't know what, but very soothing. So then after he asked us, do you want to learn meditation? I said, okay, let me learn. So that from that day I was initiated into this Tantra practice.
Dada, what means to be initiated? You were initiated into what?
I was initiated into the Tantric practice. Initiation means you start a new life, a spiritual life, work on the spiritual path. Then there's a guru who will guide you. So it means that the guru actually taught you meditation, and you follow the method, and you start your spiritual journey.
So Dada, the yogi who was sitting on the table, he is your guru?
No, he's not. He's a monk of Anand Marga. This is the organization I belong to. Ananda Marga means path of bliss. It's a way of life, it's a philosophy, it also means a global organization. And the guru, my guru, Shri Anandamurti, was born in India in 1921, and in 1955 he started this organization called Ananda Marga. It's based on the tantric meditation and yoga. He also have many projects, social service project and education project in all over the world. So in the 1960s, because to manage all these projects, he needs people. He started a monastery, all the order, train all the monks and nuns to go to all over the world to spread his message. So they are the representative of him, of Guru, to teach meditation. Actually, they are the medium. The Guru will transmit the essence of the teaching through these monks and nuns. So this is how many people get initiated. Not directly through the Guru.
Not directly, but this is something very highly spiritual, right?
Yeah.
How does it happen actually? How the Guru, who is not physically present, can teach another person meditation through another person? But that is wow.
The Guru and disciple has to, it's like synchronized. During the process, the teachers, like the monks and nuns, they need to have very strong ideation on the Guru. And the Guru, when he transmits the teachings, you'll go through.
So there should be a harmony between the representative and the Guru.
Yeah.
For that to happen.
Right. Also, there is something like the Guru will impart the worthy disciples. This disciple has to be what? Has to be like has complete faith in Guru, has like devotion and surrender everything. So it's like a very transparent. So they will not question or have doubts in Guru. So Guru has this highest authority through many ways, especially through love. The disciples completely surrender. Then the transmissions become complete.
Wow, I understand intellectually. But can you develop a bit more that concept of loving ideation on the Guru? What do you mean by saying ideation? Loving ideation.
It is one of actually the goal of Tantra. You merge your unit self with the cosmic self. And the Guru is kind of the bridge between the unit and the cosmic. This visible, invisible, this kind of bridge. So the ideation is a prerequisite before the merge can happen. And this can happen only through love. You can do meditation, you can chant, do chanting, do all the counting the malas, everything. But if the mind the heart is very dry, it's just the mechanic things. You won't get any realizations. But through love, especially through the kirtan, and the love is aroused, then can transcend the mind or expand. So then that ideation, that means you are so focused that there is no any other thoughts in your mind. It's only the feeling of love for the infinite. Then this is how the spiritual progress, everything happens.
So how can a Guru who has a physical form can be the link to the infinite formless?
Well, that's about it's a very deep philosophy. For the most common words, they will say it's reincarnation. It's like a God in a human form. But in animal philosophy, it's a little bit different. The guru, or we call it supreme consciousness, he will take the help of the fundamental factors of the universe, and to make like a physical form, to assume a physical form. Basics is like that. So almost like you can say the God, descend.
Yeah.
But philosophy is not like that. To understand this, you have to understand all the Mahayana philosophy. Can I explain now?
Understand. No, that's great. So Dada, Shri Shiranandamurti, as I know, he passed away. How do you relate with the master who has no physical presence? I mean, in your spiritual path, you are on your own, or he's still guiding you?
Yeah. Actually, it's been challenging for me when I was starting the path. I see many monks and members have seen, have been with Baba, but for the later generations, we have never seen our Guru, and how we can relate this relationship. But I think it's very like Christians or Buddhism. Who has seen Buddha? Who has been seen Christ? Nobody, but they have. So even more stronger faith and love for them. So it is not the form which is good. Of course, the form is very important, but it's a teaching. It's a universal teaching which really attract people because they make the mind expand. When you do meditation very sincerely and regularly, you will feel the presence of Guru is guiding you. Not exactly physically, but in this many small like daily life, you'll feel he's by your side. For example, if I eat something wrong, which I'm not supposed to eat, I knew it. I have the feeling it was not good, but my intellect tell me it's okay, and soon after I'll have some reaction. So I knew that intuition, where it come from, must be my Guru is told me, that's not good to eat. I should have trusted. So this kind of play drama is going on in the small detail in daily life. You have a stronger faith. You feel Guru is not limited to his physical form. He is like dissolved, and he is everywhere now. Even just in your thoughts.
Wow. You have mentioned something very interesting. You say the Guru is not the physical form, but it's that universal teaching. Dada, how do you practice that universal teaching in your daily life?
Our daily spiritual practice starts at 5 o'clock in the morning, because in the early morning the mind is very fresh. It's like a empty mind. And so that's, our Guru said, is the best time to do meditation, because it will absorb all the spiritual vibrations. You start the day with that. We call it Pancha Jhana. Start at 5. We do some devotional song, sing, and for some time, then we sit for meditation. But short, it's just like half an hour routine every day. Then afterwards, you can take a bath or do some other, just to prepare to have a longer meditation. Then do asanas. Sometimes we do fasting. For us, we're not the family people. We don't go to earn money, but we do social service. We visit people to spread the message. And we do that, we do it every day. And we do this spiritual practice, meditation, at least about 4 times. Morning, noontime, and evening, and midnight to go sleep. Trying to always keep our mind focused, on the divine.
So that dedication to service has some relation with the color of your dress?
The color, the orange is, the color of fire. It also means sacrifice. When you offer something, you give away, so you don't expect to come back. So when you throw something in the fire, it becomes ashes. It will never come back. Understand? You burn it. So we use the fire as like you You know you give, you shouldn't expect to come back. I like people do service and they give something, donation to some church or some entity. Then next day they want to see how the money was used, or the paper published the name. So they are expecting something. So they didn't even not actually offer. So this color means sacrifice, that you give, you offer. That's it. It's one way. You don't expect anything to come back. So this is for the monks, for the renunciates. They use this phrase. This also means purify. Purify your action. You burn everything. Right? You have anything in your mind. You take it out, throw it, because they are their own or bondages. Action, desire, everything bondage, you throw into fire. So this color means sacrifice, service, purification.
Wow, thanks, Dada. Daji, can you give us an advice, some inspiring words for those like us, those who are starting our spiritual journey, or those who sometimes we feel not so inspired, we feel that to follow the discipline, to practice the meditation is difficult, we struggle.
Yeah.
Can you give us some advice?
I like one of Baba's quotes very much. It's English. It's very, very popular. He says, "You are never alone or helpless. The force guides the stars, guides you too." You see, this means the same force which controls the universe is also operating in you. It means he's everywhere. For my own experience, the most important thing is don't give up. When you start something, you shouldn't give up, in the middle. You try to always finish it. It is also Lord Buddha's advice, proper finishing. You start something and you don't give up. Because any path you walk is always full of ups and downs. It's never straight line. The second thing is you have to always fix your goal, fix your mind towards the goal. You never forget your goal. If you forget, you can easily give up. So try never forget. So that's why this early morning, this practice Panjana is super important. At early morning, your mind right away connect to the spiritual level, spiritual your goal. So you start your day like that. Try to be in a spiritual environment with good spiritual people, or read books, spiritual books, have spiritual conversations, and do this chanting, kirtan. You arouse a lot of devotion, Then you can meditate. Even you cannot concentrate, but you will not give up. Even you do it mechanically, you just do it. You don't give up. The main thing, you don't give up. You always keep doing it, no matter how your mental state. That's secondary, because you should remember that life is full of ups and downs. And yet today you feel down, but maybe tomorrow become better. So you always keep remembering. This is very, very, very natural. That your mind sometimes cannot concentrate. Sometimes you feel good, sometimes you feel bad. But keep going. These are just phenomena. You don't be so attached to this. Just keep going, see your goal. Then you'll be slowly you'll be easier after, if you do it regularly. Then these small ups and downs will not disturb you.
Thank you very much. Namaskar.